QR codes, as I mentioned earlier, QR codes are quick response codes. Again, developed in Japan, have been used in Japan primarily for marketing now for the last 3 years. And it is very, very, very quickly becoming something here in the United States. Just to give you a quick example of how it could be used. This presentation is going to be going on YouTube. You can actually put a QR code on the back of your cards. If someone asks you how BNI was, you can take out your cell phone, scan it, and say, let me show you. You can scan that code and it will go to a YouTube presentation, a website presentation, a V-card presentation, which will automatically download the data into your phone, or any other type of URL that you can set up. You have Wikipedia information about QR codes and standards. It is not copyrighted. It's been released, so it is a free license. It is a free vehicle to promote your business in any form or fashion. If you look at the presentation, and you've been inundated with a lot of information, the first cover sheet basically describes what happens. A lot of, in the newspaper business, for instance, when you go to press, and John, you know this, a lot of the information that you get in the morning in your newspaper is outdated. By the time you're reading it, something else has happened. A lot of newspapers now are putting these QR codes on the bottom of the article so that you can scan it and actually go and find an updated information about that particular article. It makes a newspaper a current living organism that can communicate information to you, and that's exactly what any of the information that you hand out on a printed basis can be. A living organism that can change as you want it to change based on how you use QR codes. Dave, what?
Yeah, just so everybody understands conceptually, if you look at the diagram, essentially you use a smartphone, meaning a phone with internet connection along with a camera, and you'll see these more and more, but they look like a little block with little dots on them. And you just, once you start your phone, you take a picture of this, the phone will automatically scan it and direct you to either a URL, like Bill said, a YouTube video, could be wherever you want. The nice thing about it is, for us, being printers, it makes the printed piece interactive with the internet. And there's no question the move is on to move everybody over to smartphones so that everybody's interactive right at handheld. The couple of obstacles to the technology that I want to point out is, number one, when you direct somebody to a website or a video, bear in mind what they're going to be reading is a 3-inch screen. This isn't going to be scanned onto a laptop computer with a 17-inch monitor, so the information that you're portraying has got to be readable on that PDA of the smartphone. The other thing is, every phone is different in how they read it. I believe in the next year they're going to streamline this and make this nice and easy, but today, Nokia versus a BlackBerry versus a iPhone, they're all different applications. But if you go to your app world on your phone and just search QR code reader, there'll be a half a dozen to choose from. Download one of them, and that will work with your phone. Let me see if there was one more. No, that's the only cons. The rest is all the upside.
If you use, there's one that we are primarily focusing on and using, it's called BTAG. You can type into your phone http://get.beetagg.com, and it'll list all of the apps that are downloadable from them. They are all free. You can get it on your phone. If you go to BTAG, there is actually a converter on there that will allow you to generate BTAGs. We can help you generate BTAGs. One thing about BTAG, or QR tags through VTag. You can, with VTag, we're able to track how many clicks you get on that particular tag and provide you with that information. Now Pam's got some information about how it could be used by some of you here in the room.
Yeah, you know, all these guys know so much more than I do about all the intellectual and technology stuff, and I don't get into that, but I do generally understand what they're saying. And then what I want to do is, okay, how is that going to be applicable to me, and how I can use it for my business, to you, and how you can use it for your business. So I sat down and just came up with some ideas for a few of the people in the room about how you might be able to use it. I started off with the really common one is a restaurant. Nobody here owns a restaurant, but restaurants are using it and having these codes by each of their menu selections where you can sit there and use your smartphone, check to see what all the nutritional content is of a particular meal you might be looking at, so that you know if there's something in it that you don't want to eat or can't eat, or how many calories it is. So it gives you informed choices for a restaurant. So that's the application for that. Real estate is quite interesting because you could have that on your sign in front of a house, and somebody driving by, and we know that people probably 40 years old and younger are all using this, they can take their smartphone and take a picture of that QR code and sit there and, again, it's small, but watch a virtual tour of that house and decide whether or not they want to call, make an appointment to go see the house. You know, so I mean, it's more advertisement for the realtor. It's a great tool. Was thinking about the commercial contractor. You know, your business cards or your brochures or anything that you're handing out to people can only hold so much information. And that's they might throw that away. But if you had the QR code on there, you could drive them to a site, either your website or a video or something, of some work that you've done, what it looked like before, what it looked like after, or whatever additional information you wanted to try to get out to potential, customers. So that would be a good use for you. Insurance agents, if you were using this, you could develop on your website a comparison. You can't do all that information on your brochure or your business card, but you could give some sample comparisons.
Yeah.
And that might catch somebody's eye and they give you a call. Whereas otherwise they wouldn't call you just off of the brochure or the business card or whatever they had in their hand. Heating and air. Here's what I thought about for Gastonia Sheet Metal. Oh boy, I gotta go fast. If you guys had it on all your material, you could then present what all your products are, the benefits of your products, and some testimonials. I thought for your industry, if you had just a couple people giving some testimonials about how, they were saved by you guys coming in and getting them heat, hot or cold, whatever they needed, that's just a great sales tool for you. The QR code is just such a quick, convenient way. If people are like me, they don't want to sit there and maybe type in the web address. They shoot that QR code, and bing, they're taken right to where you want them to go to see whatever additional information that you want to give them. So there's so much more information that we can't give in this 10-minute. So please give us a call, have a one-on-one with me and Bill, he'll be with me. And we can really help you out to see how it could be used in your business. Pam Joles, International Minute Press, your Better Business Printing Partner. Thank you.